Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, May 23rd, 2025. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Congratulations to the firsties who are going to graduate this morning. You want to be sure to follow our live blog, which will be starting at 8 a.m. at eyeonannapolis.net. And as long as the Wi-Fi gods are smiling upon me, I'll keep you updated. Have patience with all the visitors in town. And to that jerk police officer at the color parade yesterday, I hope you get stuck in bridge traffic for hours. Here's your OMG fact. Your funny bone is not really a bone at all, but it's a nerve that is super sensitive. And hitting it ain't funny at all. But now we do have some news, so shall we? Governor Wes Moore and top leadership from the Maryland Democratic Party have recommended that Anne Arundel County Executive Steuart Pittman become the next chair of the Maryland Democratic Party. The endorsement from Moore, current chair Ken Ullman, first vice chair Dr. Charlene Dukes highlights Pittman's background in community organization and leadership record. Pittman is seen as an ideal person to guide the party into its next chapter. The U.S. Naval Academy held its annual color parade on Warden Field yesterday, honoring outstanding midshipmen and marking one of the final ceremonial milestones for the class of 2025. The event opened up with a performance by the Jolly Rogers silent drill team led by midshipman Brian McLean. The 20th Company earned top honors for both the fall and spring semesters and was awarded the Stuart White Hanna Memorial Award and the Forrestal Award. Midshipman Nathaniel Gunn, the spring commander, selected his mother, Nicole Gunn, as this year's color honoree, and the reviewing party did include Vice Admiral Sarah Joyner, Rear Admiral Yvette Davids, the superintendent, and Captain Walter Allman III, who is the commandant of midshipmen. The Chesapeake Bay Trust has completed an environmentally focused overhaul of its Eastport headquarters in Annapolis, turning the half-acre property into a demonstration site for sustainable design and stormwater management. The upgrading building now runs on solar power with battery backup and will soon include an electric vehicle charging station. Outside, rain gardens and permeable pavement help manage runoff. Bay Trust President Dr. Jana Davis noted the renovation showcases practical ways to go green. The project did receive funding from the state, county, as well as several foundations. The Lifeline 100 Community Bicycle Ride is going to return to Anne Arundel County on Sunday, October 5th for its 11th year, celebrating cycling, safety, and community. The ride offers options for all levels of riders, including a 100-mile, 65-mile scenic road rides, as well as 30-mile and 15-mile paved trail routes, which is ideal for families and adaptive riders, and also for me. The event includes map signage, rest stops, and SAG support. Proceeds support local nonprofits, and this year's event will again feature a free children's bike rodeo and bike safari. Registration is now open with early bird rates through June 1st. You can visit lifeline100.com for the details, and that's lifeline100.com. I'm all registered. You should be too. Hey, looking ahead to the weekend, with the holiday, there's not a whole lot going on, but you do want to take some time to remember the reason for the holiday. Some people gave it all for us. And the city will be hosting a parade on Monday at noon. It's a much smaller and more solemn parade. And as some housekeeping notes, we are not going to be releasing a DNB on Monday, so we will enjoy the long weekend, as will you. You want to be sure to catch our local business spotlight this Saturday at noon. This week we chatted with a pair of pirates from Chesapeake Pirates. That does drop at noon on Saturday. And today on Canines and Crosstreks, Gunner, a hound pointer mix, joined us. He is 7, fully trained, and would make an excellent pet for anyone. Bonus, he likes other dogs and even cats. You want to listen to our spot now and check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for some irresistible photos of Gunner and get all of the information on how you can adopt him. And again, you don't want to forget that we have our daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We do send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, 365 days a year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. Here's a link right here in the show notes for you. Okay, that's it. Now it is time just to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world, and if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mathematics. It's Friday, the long weekend is here, and now it is time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, honor those who gave it all, and keep shopping local. Now hang tight, we have your Eye on Annapolis local weather report and Canines and Crosstreks on deck. All of that's coming your way in just a minute.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mathematics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. Mathematics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. Mathematics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mathematics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mathematics in Severna Park for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mathematics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at mathematics.com. Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Good morning, Anne Arundel. Let's get right to this because I got to get out of here and get to the stadium in a few minutes. Today does bring a mix of sun and clouds with a chance of showers very late in the day. Highs are going to reach around 67 degrees, accompanied by a gentle breeze from the west. By evening, skies will clear, leading to a cool night and lows dipping to about 52. It's a good idea to keep an umbrella handy just in case those showers do decide to make an appearance. It will be a refreshing and brisk graduation. Tomorrow offers a pleasant start to the weekend with sunshine and comfortable temperatures peaking near 66 degrees. The breeze does continue, adding a refreshing touch to the day. As night falls, expect clear skies and lows about 52. Perfect weather for evening strolls or outdoor dining. Sunday features intervals of clouds and sun with highs climbing to about 69. The day remains dry, making it ideal for some outdoor activities. Nighttime brings partly cloudy skies and lows near 50. And as we look ahead, as we move into the new week, Monday continues the trend of pleasant weather with sunny skies with highs in the lower 70s. However, beyond that, it looks like a chance of rain for as far as I can see. So there you go. Enjoy the nice, if not cool, weather.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
All right, welcome to the wheezing and coughing and panting version of Canines and Crosstreks.
There's a lot of sounds going on in here this morning.
We have Gunner, who is a cool hound dog. He's the one that's panting and sort of whining a little bit.
I thought that was Kelly.
And then no, Kelly's the one that's wheezing and coughing.
Oh, there it is.
I'm so sorry.
There's that thing that's been going around.
There's that thing called pneumonia that's been going around.
Oh, no.
Tell me about Gunner, man. This is a friendly dog.
Isn't he cool? Okay, so he's a hound mix, obviously, by looking at him.
He looks like he's got some pointer in him. He's got some like spotty things, too.
That might be the mix part.
Very lean.
Yes, he's lean. He's actually been losing weight. So that's another thing I want to share is because getting into the shelter has been stressful. I mean, he's a happy guy, but you can tell just shelter life in general. We're feeding him more often and he's just burning off those calories. So
he's ready to get the heck out of there.
Yeah, he needs to get out and get to home. But
Gunner out of there.
But he's easy. I mean, he's house trained. He's housebroken, crate trained, and loves to walk on a leash. He's great on a leash. Goes on the trail with a lot of volunteers and enjoys it. And he's fine with dogs at first. He's a little nervous and scared, but otherwise we're hoping he can go home with a sibling because he seems to like we have him in play groups. And then once he gets to know him, he's really
cool.
Happy with them and stuff. And he did pass his cat test. So if there's anyone out there that has cats, it's okay. He can come home to a cat house.
So I have a question for you about the cat test.
Sure.
So do you just like put a cat in with the dog? And if
This
the
is
cat,
exactly where I was thinking.
And if the cat survives, then it passes the test?
That's exactly right.
Okay. What does this entail?
That is not how we lower our population of cats at the shelter. So we have cats that are good for cat tests and they just don't move. And typically if a cat doesn't move, the dog isn't going to chase them. So they're in a safe surrounding. We do it in the same place, in the same office, and the cat has an out. We don't just like trap the cat. And we have professionals doing this. We're professionals at the SPCA.
I would venture to say that it's probably not Jimmy.
No, it's not. Or
I feel like Jimmy would fail every dog on the cat test.
Yeah, he would swat them and then
he'd
run.
Be like, get out of here, man.
He swat and go. Yeah. So we do the cat test and he did very well. So typically it's just whether they're curious with a cat, but it's just whether they're going to actually go after him or if they're too interested in the cat, then we're just like, okay, you failed. And sometimes we'll even try a second one if we're just iffy. But I mean, clearly it's so interesting. The more you do this, you can see that they just have zero interest. Like they've been around cats before. And
that's cool.
I mean, it's never a guarantee, obviously.
Right.
But at the same time, we only pass them if we're very, very comfortable.
Cool. How did you do on the Crosstrek test?
The Crosstrek, he was fine, except he has very wet, muddy paws. And he decided to meet me at my seat. So he stepped all over my seat, so I got to sit on everything.
Well, it's a good thing you got that great upholstery.
I have the great upholstery.
Right material,
yeah. Yep, all I did is just wiped it off with my hand, and there we go.
Well, and you said he's 7?
He's 7 years old, so we kind of consider him, getting to the senior age.
Yeah. And how long has he been around for?
He came in March. I think it was March 21st.
Okay, so a little bit of time. So he probably needs a home.
Yes.
He wants out of this office, that's for sure.
Yeah, he just wants to run. I
just want to run. I want to go have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Get me out of here.
Speaking of Catwoman, I had to bring up Catwoman had her thyroid surgery yesterday, and she did well.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't know she had a thyroid problem.
Didn't even know she had a thyroid problem.
She did, and we've been medicating it for a while, and it just got to the point that we decided to get her the surgery instead. So yeah.
Well, send Catwoman our best.
I know.
Please tell her that we said hello.
I will. But when you said you missed Jimmy, I wanted to make sure I shared about Catwoman.
I know. I don't want to say I forgot about him, but I mean, we've been doing them in Annapolis Subaru, and we've also been doing them up at the new place.
That's right.
And Jimmy hasn't gotten to his new home yet.
No.
Is Jimmy is he just an old school conference room cat?
I think
is that his domain?
Now he's taken over a lot of the different rooms and stuff. And, it's funny because Catwoman's only been gone for a day, but he's acting a little bit more like spunky and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Jimmy's going to be like the old man of the SPCA. He'll be like down there at the admin building.
The 20-year-old cat.
Get off my yard.
Yeah.
That's it. The 20-year-old cat.
Yeah, you can't knock this building down and build something new. This is mine.
Come here.
I was reading Forbes magazine, Billy, and 3rd year in a row, you guys nailed the best brands for social impact list.
There you go.
Which
is a trend.
Well, and you've also got top ranked in the automotive category. So
I love it.
Not that it's a surprise or anything like that, but it's and I know that we talked a bit about last week the price increases you said were coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And every time before we record this, I like Google Subaru just to see if there's any kind of news or some kind of funky thing that I get. And all the news is about that Subaru is raising their prices in June.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, that's not unexpected. Because we talked about it last week.
Yeah.
So I said, how bad are they gouging us, right? And I sat there and looked, and the Subarus raise anywhere from $750 to about $2,000, depending on what car and trim and everything else. And so it's nothing crazy. It's not crazy. I said, well, what about the others? And GM is ranging anywhere from $3,000 to $4,000.
Okay.
Ford is 2,000 plus.
Okay.
And Stellantis, which is like a gazillion different brands,
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, right?
is 5,000 to 10,000.
Shoo.
Is
Wow.
what they're.
That's
And again, obviously, it depends on what it is, but still. And you look at Subaru, it's 750 to 2,000. I mean, it stinks that you have to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely it's interesting for sure. We're obviously anytime a price gets increased, it makes affordability is a big topic in terms of automotive, right? We want to make sure the cars are affordable. We'll want to make sure that people are able to buy what they want with the features that they want and stay within their budget. Yeah, so I don't think that our price change is gonna change things a whole lot. And then, we're going to, do some stuff here to try to help subsidize that a little bit as well. But yeah, and what happens typically, I mean, every time a model year changes, there's typically a bit of a price increase.
Right.
If we go from 25 to 26, 26 to 27, the biggest difference now is that it's just kind of happening, mid model year for these cars. So we'll have, certain vehicles that are the same exact car, just a little bit different in price. So, in those situations, we'll be sure to make sure that, we make our customers feel good and that they feel confident and are able to afford the vehicle that they're looking for.
And the safe vehicle. And I'll give you some personal thing. I was out in Kansas City last weekend and drove into Nebraska. So it was like about a 4.5 hour drive, and we had a Subaru Outback. And I get distracted when I drive. And the darn thing was yelling at me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Get back in your lane. Slow down. Stop.
You know what, John? Maybe you should just take a break.
I think it flashed that up at 1.2. How about some coffee?
Yeah. Hey, a little coffee break.
But it was just a great car. I mean, we had 3 people with luggage for 4 days, just all fit in the back. It was perfect, comfortable.
Cool.
And we even tested out the seats. It was funny. Teresa's daughter fell asleep with a half-drunk milkshake from Sonic and rolled over on it, and it sort of exploded on the back seat. And
that's fun.
And so we were freaking out, but most of it went into the little well in the rear door.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And we discovered that Subaru thinks of everything because there are drain holes in that well. So
really?
you could open the door, pour water in it to get the goop out.
Yeah, get it out.
And it just like drained right on the bottom. You dried it out. And it was
about that.
Good stuff.
Crisis averted from something silly.
There you go. Again, a half-drunk milkshake.
This Gunner guy is just amazing. He's really cool.
He's a pretty cool dog.
I like his distinguished little bit of gray around his snout.
I know. He looks, and he's really friendly. He's definitely a volunteer favorite.
Hey, Kelly, can we shout out to your photographers?
Yeah.
Your Facebook page is unbelievable.
That's amazing, isn't it?
If you're having a down day, go to Facebook, God, did I even say that? If you're having a down day, go to Facebook.
Go to Facebook. Go to
going to
SPCA
social
Facebook.
media.
Yeah. Go to the SPCA's Facebook page, and just whether it be the Happy Tales or just what they're doing. I mean, last week you had like the tongues out.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And whoever's doing your photos is doing such a great job.
Well, thank you. And the great thing about it is it's a lot of volunteers that send them in, or it's the owners that send them in, and they're like the best pictures because this is like after the dogs have settled in or the cats have settled into their new homes. But Patrice and Tyler, April, there's just so many people that send in great photos. But Patrice is doing that whole shoot on like the seniors,
right?
And which is really cool, and that's gotten a real good response. And then of course Tyler is the one that was at our Mutts and Mimosas, and
I need her to come photograph my cat that I got from the SPCA. Every time I bring out the camera, she shows me her butt or walks away.
Yeah, well,
see you, John.
That's what she thinks of you, right?
That's pretty much what a cat would do. And then you've got a bunch of events. You've got the Pints for Paws, which is coming up on the 31st, which is next Saturday. And that is at the fair. No, at the
Naval,
Navy Academy Stadium. And tickets are available. You can get them at the SPCA, which is aacspca.org.
That's right.
And then I guess it's the week after that. You've got
June 8th.
Walk for the Animals.
That's it. That's right.
At Quiet Waters Park.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. You got to think about what kind of car you're going to bring.
That is not that far away.
No, it's not.
Nor is Bands in the Sand, which is the
I
week
know.
before.
I was going to say, and then it's Bands in the Sand.
Happening. How did we get here? Where did May go?
Yeah,
Are we
May
still
was
in May?
definitely a blur.
Yeah, barely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
we got one more, another week.
No, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, I got it. This is a problem.
Yeah.
And school's out in a couple of weeks, so
Oh, great.
He's like, we need to pause.
Yeah, can we just like
We have
slow
to
this
pause.
down just a tad bit? That'd be great.
true. Hey, have you ever heard of the Subaru Sambar DS? It looks like a transit van, but it's only available in Japan at this
No.
point. But it looks really cool.
Sandbar.
What is it?
It's got campers and stuff like that. It's not the most attractive thing, I've got to say, but it fits like 2 bikes in the back. And
Wow.
Sandbar, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, no, I do not anticipate this getting released in the United
And
States.
the whatever
Is that the
wherever I
scoop
saw
you're
it,
telling us, or-
It said it has like 13-inch wheels.
I've never seen this thing before.
13-inch
I've never seen
wheels?
this thing before in my life.
Yeah, it's sort of like the transit van.
Is this an
type
article
things.
from April 1st?
No. They were talking about how Subaru sold off one that they used to do to Daihatsu
Okay.
or something like that, and then they've redone this other one, and it's
Interesting.
and it's cheap. They told me about like they said the yen dollars, and like I did the conversion, and they range from 7,500 to 12,500. So I mean,
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hit our market. I think this was last year. We had somebody come in and say they wanted to see the new Subaru Baja.
okay,
The Baja was an old
the truck,
Mhm.
right?
It's kind of like, it looked like a little bit of
It was-
like half Outback, half truck, and they hadn't made it in a while. And this guy was very, very confident that they were coming out with the Baja and that I should have one in inventory. And he didn't believe me that I'd been to all these meetings, and that, I was like, okay, all right, what let's see what we got here. So I got on my phone and looked it up, and I was like, is this what I found an Instagram post?
Right.
Is this what you're seeing? He was like, that's it right there. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to buy next. And I was like, sir, this is dated April 1st. 2024.
That's why you said it. So that really did
Yeah.
happen.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Because they'll mess with you. Subaru will mess with you every once in a while. This guy, he was pretty pissed. But I was like, if I hear anything, I'll
Came in loaded with his checkbook ready for his
definitely
Baja.
let you know. But they got you good.
I love when an April Fool's joke gets them good.
That's
So they do say it's called a microvan, though. I would say so with 13-inch wheels, right?
yeah, I don't know. It's
Microvan.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a mini truck and a microvan.
I've never seen it. It's pretty ugly.
Yeah, it's not the most
not
attractive thing,
not
but I saw an advertisement with it, and it shows this guy loading 2 bicycles in just
Wow.
upright.
Wow. It's been
sort
in
of side by
production, though,
side.
since 1961, it says.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Still never
How did we
seen
all
one.
miss that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of cool when you see these
Yeah.
vehicles that are made just for specific countries and,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff like that. And,
I didn't realize it's Sambar. I thought you said sandbar.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Sandbar.
No, I'm not saying you said it wrong. I'm
Oh,
just saying
Sam-
it's Sambar, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Sambar Dia.
Sambar.
Sambar.
Okay.
And I imagine because it's so cheap, it doesn't have all of the U.S.
Who knows?
FTSHA.
Yeah, that is not. It's not a good look.
That was the 6th generation.
But Subaru keeps.
Please don't come in looking for those.
I want one. I want one.
Would Subaru? Did Subaru ever make a? Would they ever consider making like a minivan or?
I don't
anything like that?
think so. I think I don't know. I mean, never say never, but yeah, no, I don't think so. I think the Ascent's good. I mean, I would love it if they had a minivan. We would like all the different types of models that we could get, but
Yeah.
I think that they've got their kind of bread and butter that they stick to, and
Do appreciate a company that sort of sticks to their lane. I mean, you look at like Google and stuff, and it's like, okay, well, we're going to do social media with our whatever it was that they had, and it's like horrible.
yeah, no,
Mhm.
And find out what you do well.
and just
Stick with
keep
it.
getting better at that.
When I was coming in, I saw somebody was getting their lesson on the Crosstrek.
Oh,
And it was
yeah?
the wilderness. Yeah, they
Did you
just
pop
bought
in
it.
and give
And
them
I
a
was
tip
like,
or
I
two?
love mine.
Yeah.
So
Can I have a refresher course?
that's right. Can I sit in?
So Gunnar has been here since March.
That's right.
He's
He
gotta
needs
go.
get up. Yes, he's got to get out.
He
of the
does,
show.
and I think we're still doing pretty good. I didn't look before we went, but I think we're still doing
Lily is
good.
still there.
Who is?
Lily.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the little white dog.
Mhm. She had a whole bunch of meet and greets, but
So just
not a
none,
fit yet.
None that
Not
did
a
that?
good fit yet.
Okay, well, she'll go soon. She was like, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Or 3 or 4 weeks
Yep.
ago.
Mhm.
Okay, and I do know that Talia and Sherbert are there, the kitties with the tripods.
Yes,
so,
they're still there.
Well, we do know that with the little white dogs, they may end up at Kelly's
house. They may have a nice life up in with Farmer Brown.
That's right.
So, Billy, you need to pick out what cars you're going to bring to the Walk for the Animals.
On it.
And you also need to think about, which I think we already talked about, you're probably going to bring that Forester hybrid.
That's the goal.
Bands in the Sand.
That's the goal, yeah.
And that's the 14th, so that's coming up real soon. Oh, and by the way, I just want to point out to Bands in the Sand, the VIP and the committee tickets, they're gone. And I just talked to them down there, and the standard tickets they went quick, and now they're dwindling.
Okay.
So if you want to go to the party of the year out on the beach at the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, go to cbf.org and grab a pair of tickets for Bands in the Sand. Again, that's Saturday the 14th. On your way in, make sure you check out the song that said "Got It Here," and somebody didn't buy it out from under us. We're going to the Subaru Forester Hybrid, which is an exciting new car there. Anything new and exciting on Subaru land?
We're just chugging along, having fun, making sure customers are getting taken care of, and that's about it.
Well, you let Subaru take care of the cars, and you take care of the customers, and it works out pretty well. You guys
certainly
do a pretty good job.
Certainly does.
All right. Well, we will see you. Gosh, the next time we meet, it will be the last day of May.
Oh, wow.
And Memorial Day will have come and gone, and it will be officially summer. Maybe not meteorologically. Boy, I said that with that. I don't think I said that.
That was pretty good.
That was great.
I did. That was in one take.
Yeah,
wow.
There you go.
Good job, John.
And hopefully next week, Kelly will be feeling better.
Hopefully.
And hopefully Gunnar will be on his way home.
That's right. He's a great dog.
He is a great dog.
He really is. I mean, he's just around here. He's very curious. He's
hanging
very
out.
Friendly. He could use a couple more pounds, but I think that's stress weight.
He's stressed out.
AACSPCA.org is where you would like to go for Gunnar. And AnnapolisSubaru.com is where you want to go for the Subarus. And again, the ones that are here in stock are of the old price. They're unaffected by tariff. And I drove past the lot where you store them. You've got a lot of inventory and a lot of great cars.
We got a few.
Yeah, you got a lot of great cars that, safety. I mean, with graduations coming up, if you're got a college graduate or even a high school graduate, you're looking for something safe to put them in, I would highly recommend a Subaru.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Sounds good. See you next week.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.